Rashad, why you
Anyway,
didn't hit me up?
Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
brother, I love you, brother.
What's up, Rashad? What it do, boy?
Hey, Rashad.
Yeah. What's up? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Rashad Milligan. If you are new to the channel, this is the road to 10K subs. A quick AM stream. I know it's been a while since I've done like an actual stream. It's actually been like 2-3 days. But 2 days ago / yesterday, it was the middle of the night when we finished. We finished at like 3 a.m. So that counted as yesterday's stream / I did a lot of shorts. That was original content, so it kept the streak alive. But if I feel up to it, as of right now, I feel up to it. But I don't know how I'm gonna feel after work and after Bible study tonight. I'll be doing another stream tonight, so there's that. Tomorrow is a big stream day because it's Stan's birthday, so I have to get I don't know, man. He said he wanted a special guest, but I was like, I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Like I really don't like asking people for stuff, asking people for favors if I'm not like close to them. So yeah. But I don't know. I'll see if I can make anything shape for Dan because I don't want to let him down. I want it to be a good birthday stream for him. Anything else that I want to yap about announcements? Hey, there are a couple things I wanted to talk about before we talk about trending topics. I remember a couple days ago, maybe a week or two ago. Excuse me for sniffing in y'all ears. DDG, he talked about he wanted to go to church, and he said, "I want to go to church, but I don't want to have to take pictures." And I thought this was very interesting because, like, as a celebrity at the level of DDG is now, right? There's nowhere he can't go without somebody asking him for pictures or recognizing him. And I thought it was very interesting. He said this. I'm looking for it. Okay, I found it. Hold on. I found it. Hold on, let me pull it up on the screen. I thought it was very interesting he said this because how do you deal with everything else? Like, how do you go to the store when you stream? How do you go to the mall when you stream? How do you go outside and just IRL stream in general? How do you go to concerts? How do you do club appearances so often where people are asking for your autograph and your attention and all of these things? How do you do all of that? And you just deal with it because that's the price, what comes with fame. How can you do that and then draw the line at church? Is it really like I don't want to have to deal with that at church? Is that really it? Or do you just not want to go to church? I think we got to be honest with ourselves in 2025. But that's my main question to DDG. Do you really not want to go to church? Or I mean, do you really want to go to church or are you just, what I'm saying, coming up with excuses out the air for it? Like you're literally asked for pictures and autographs every single other place in the world. You go to the ice cream shop on stream, someone's DDG, can I get a picture? It's everywhere. And after a while, if you go to the same church, it's going to be less and less people asking you for a picture because they got a picture from you the first week and there's so. You make yourself more, I guess, quote unquote humanized the more often that people see you. I know around Atlanta, I see T.I. all the time. The first time I seen T.I., it was like, oh snap, T.I. Da, 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 da. And every now and again, it'll still be like, oh, that's T.I., that's cool. But for the most part, it's become a little more subdued and normalized because I see T.I. around all the time. Same thing kind of with 2 Chainz. Like you see 2 Chainz so often that it kind of like you're in that as, oh, 2 Chainz, da, 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 da. And I think those guys kind of do that on purpose so they can live as close to a normal life around the city as possible. Quavo too. So I wanted to say that about DDG going to church and wanting to go to church and all of those things. This was before the stream. Do we want to talk about the Nicki Minaj thing? All right. I'll talk about the Nicki Minaj thing. This wasn't even up on my thing, bro. But I'll talk about it because it's the biggest news from yesterday in pop culture. All right. Let me see if it pulls up. We're talking about Nicki Minaj. Okay. Let me see. Erica Kurt, Nicki Minaj. Where we at? Erica Kurt. All right. Oh, that's DJ Academics reacting to it. Okay. Um. So Erica, Nicki Minaj came out yesterday at the Turning Point USA conference with Nicki Minaj came out with Erica Kurt yesterday at the Turning Point USA conference, right? And then she was very kind of complimentary of Donald Trump and his administration. And earlier, if you guys remember, she went overseas to the United Nations and she gave a speech about Christians being held hostage and being persecuted over in Africa. I believe it was Nigeria. If I'm not, if I was wrong on a country, I'm so sorry. But the agenda was something that was heavy on the minds and the kind of agendas of conservatives and Republicans. Right? It's like their latest conspiracy theory to try to get their oil. So first, people were like, Nikki doesn't like really speak out like this. Why is this such a thing? And it just happens to align with the Republicans and MAGA, right? That was the first thing. Second thing, she goes full MAGA, comes out at Turning Point USA, compliments Donald Trump and everything. My thing is, there's a lot of Nikki fans right now that's defending her. That's like, this girl's calculated. She knows what she's doing. I remember the first time they're like, oh, she's such a troll. She knows what she's doing. I'm like, this isn't something you play about. Like, this isn't a joke. Like, this is real people's lives. You don't just, oh, remember that time where I said I was MAGA? I'm so funny. I'm so quirky. What's wrong with me? This is not that. This is like real people's lives. Medicare, Medicaid, healthcare, taxes, all of the things, price of groceries and gas and livability wages, all of that stuff, right? It's real life or not life consequences here. So that was the first thing. And then the second thing was now with this, it was like, oh, she knows what she's doing. She's trying to infiltrate her way into the system. What's up, man? What's up, Grow a Garden Legend? What's up? She was saying all of that, right? And the thing about that is, I don't think it's as smart as people think it is to try to infiltrate the system from the inside. Like if Ice Cube couldn't do it, if Kanye couldn't do it, if Kim Kardashian couldn't do it, if Steve Harvey couldn't do it, what makes you think that you can do it? I think you should try to stop doing this thing of Jay-Z at the NFL, right? Because nothing's really changed. They painted Black Lives Matter in the end zone, and they donate to these black organizations, but Kaepernick is still out of the league, and they settled with him. All of these things, right? You can't infiltrate the system from within. It's just not. It sounds good on paper, like you got to go from within and infiltrate the system and get them to turn on your side, but it doesn't work. It hasn't worked for the past at least decade, ever since Jay-Z went over to the NFL, and it hasn't worked with Jay-Z going to the NFL. It hasn't worked with any black celebrity who met with Donald Trump during his first term. It's just an unnecessary thing of like, I want to go to the president and talk to him myself because I'm the person out of the whole world that could change his mind to not be as hateful. It doesn't work like that. So the fact that you saw this, I assume, the first term with everybody who did it, and now you did it, is just a bad look. Also, I do want to say this. While we are on Nicki Minaj, and while we are, oh, Nicki, what are you doing, Nicki? Nicki. Let's not forget Snoop Dogg, Rick Ross, Soulja Boy. They all, for the love of the cash, for the love of the dollar sign, for the love of the money, for obligations they had due to someone who had them, the apparators, the what they call them, the people who were controlling them with the strings and everything like that, they still had to do what they said. When they said perform at this inauguration party for the great Donald Trump for his next, they say, what's the dollar sign? Oh, I got to do it. Who said I got to do it? So and so say I got to do it. Okay, I got to do it then, because that's my boy. He done looked out for me so many times. I got to look out for him now, despite what you know it's gonna look like in the public eye, bro. It just is what it is, man. If we're gonna get on Nicki, you got to get on Snoop Dogg. You got to get on Rick Ross. You got to get on Soulja Boy, man. You got to get on Lil Wayne still. You got to get on Kanye West. You got to get on excuse me. You have to get on all these guys. Because this MAGA thing to be edgy and different is not cool, bro. It's not. Like, the shtick is over. Let it go. Let it go. Where we at? Okay. Let me go Chris Tucker. And this time I actually do have something. I like a link on this. I can't wait to get you. Andre 3000's been in my head, like Outkast and stuff like that. Music's been in my head lately. All right, Chris Tucker responded to the Jeffrey Epstein.
You knew Jeffrey Epstein, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. We flew Bill Clinton and a lot of different. That was a humanitarian trip to Africa. And yeah. I met him on that trip because it was his plane. I didn't know who plane we was getting on, but it was a whole bunch of dignitary people. We was with a delegation, and yeah, I met him, and you don't know people, what they do in their private lives. So yeah.
But tell me this, Chris. He was on this private plane, and you could tell that it was a private plane because they called it, was it Lolita Express?
Oh yeah, it was a private plane. Yes. Oh yes.
But wait a minute. You didn't never go to that island, did you?
No. I don't know where that thing is.
So there it is. That's Chris Tucker talking about Jeffrey Epstein. He really doesn't want to do Rush Hour 5. That's funny. Is this a Jeffrey Epstein thing? There's so much fake news. And there's a whole documentary saying one of the victims said Chris Tucker's innocent. Jeffrey Epstein, Filthy Rich, episode 3, Kevin Spacey and Chris Tucker. But the trip was about organization, and the beast has stopped because there's nothing happening in Africa. The beast started all over again, and it never stopped after that. So they said it was literally just a mission trip. Always been something off. I just can't prove it. He made the face. I don't know whose plane it was. Sure, yeah, you didn't. I do when you know you're lying. Oh, yeah, you're definitely guilty. People said this about Michael Jackson, too. They said the Michael Jackson thing, the pose, it was with let me go to JL's page. I wanted to get JL on the page for a little minute, bro. On the channel, I've been wanting to get JL on the page for like at least a year. But that's my dog. Shout out to JL. Oh, where we at? JL. I don't wanna scrub. Scrub is a guy that ain't getting no love from me. We're thankful for you, JL. Okay, here we go. We're gonna go here. 10 million views. I will never stop yapping and calling out the obvious lies and BS. What a great weekend of vindication for Michael with so much offense coming his way. Here we go. It's right here. The real photo. It was for a benefit concert. The children's are Michael's and Diana's. This is the level of media manipulation we had to deal with when it comes to Michael Jackson. Yeah, that's Paris, and that's what was his name? Prince. I think that's Prince. I forgot his name. But yeah, that's Paris and that's Prince. That's Diana Ross. That's Diana Ross's child for sure. That's that's a buddy from ATL. Yep. Yeah, all these kids are famous. Diana Ross, Bill Clinton, and Michael Jackson. Yeah. Oh, okay. Here we go. She made a TikTok.
I'm really sick and tired of the media trying to put Michael Jackson's name in things that he doesn't belong in because they need clicks. They have been trying to put Michael Jackson and Jeffrey Epstein's name together for months, maybe even years at this point. This is the truth of what happened. At one point in time, like in the 90s, early 2000s, somewhere around that era, right? Jeffrey Epstein was once known as like the ultimate financial guru. You can go back through the Google News archives and, et cetera, and you can see the different articles that were written about him. He was one of the go-to people that you went to for that during that time period. Now, in the early 2000s, Michael Jackson was in documented financial debt. This is fully documented. There are news segments and plenty of articles talking about Michael Jackson's debt in the early 2000s. It was yet another thing they slammed him for. So during that time period, he was going around looking for people because he needed to turn that situation around. Hence the Jeffrey Epstein meeting. This is not the only person that Michael Jackson met with as far as financial advisors go, and that is documented too. Obviously, this man did not end up becoming Michael Jackson's go-to financial advisor. He went to somebody else for that. That is documented as well. If you look through the court documents, because once again, this is not the first time they've tried this. They do it like once every 3 or 4 months. You will see Michael Jackson is not on the flight list. He did not get a massage, and the person that they spoke to about that, she was actually 21 to begin with, but still didn't get a massage. And it's not Michael's name that's listed in the book. It was his then attorney, representative, whatever. That's whose name and number was listed because Michael Jackson was looking for a financial advisor. Stop the BS. I'm really sick and tired of the media.
So there it is. JL, y'all. JL, y'all. Uh-oh. I'm tired of you dumb saying it's not real. So, oops. There it is. Right from Getty.com itself. The date, however, is wrong. It was April 2002 for the DNC convention. They performed together. That's crazy. That's really Buddy from ATL. Now don't ask me any more stupid stuff. No longer entertaining any troll posts. I'll answer everything stuff. And then she said, here it is. I don't always agree with the shade room, but the follow-up is appreciated. However, hopefully more outlets follow soon. I will never stop yapping. Gosh. Okay. We'll do this last. Okay, and then I'll get out of here for the morning. Parkland survivor. Well, man, this is just sad because this is like the third notable, you know what I'm saying, alleged unaliving of someone like did it themselves. Let me pull up the YouTuber. Let me see. Tech YouTuber. And then the guy from The Wire as well. Here's the tech YouTuber. And then the guy from The Wire. And we had this happen last year around this time. And if you guys remember that, it was Aubrey Plaza's husband. Excuse me, OG Mako. Did the internet go on one wrong? The beat go off? Up and then my heat go off? And Ziggy from The Wire. So once again, same time of year, the end of December, kind of the holiday season in the winter. Hold on, I'm pulling it back up. We have multiple male ending their lives. Jordan Pauline, she threatened to end her life amid all the online bullying that she said she has faced. And we all know how that situation is going and stuff. But yeah, here's a high school student who survived the 2018 in Parkland. He unalived by himself after years long of mental health battle. Donovan Mateer, a senior at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida, when dude came in and 17 people on Valentine's Day in 2018. So another thing with this, bro, we talked about this with who was it? Friend of the channel, Jimmy Hill Sr., right? Jimmy Hill Sr., we talked about it when he was on here about people don't talk about the after effects of this. People talk about the initial like tragedy and it's so sad and we're so sad for the family, and they move on to the next trending topic. For the families, when you move on to the next trending topic, they're still dealing with that grief. and they had to deal with all the PTSD after that. And that's the stuff that people don't really talk about. Shouts out to the Griot. Shouts out to Brandon Caldwell for writing the story. Rest in peace to this young man. What's his name? Donovan Mateer. A young man who is a radiant child according to his families and friends has passed away. Donovan Joshua Leah Mateer, 26, passed away on December 15th by unaliving himself. Mateer, who survived the 2018 school and Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida, suffered mental health episodes following the tragic incident, was diagnosed with schizophrenia. The occurred during Mateo's senior year when most students are thinking about college applications and their life after high school. But which claims the lives of 17 people, had a profound effect on Mateo and stands as an example of how trauma can linger on for years. The youngest child of the Mateo family, Donovan, was a brilliant, excuse me, from an early age and excelled academically. His humor, according to the GoFundMe page dedicated in his honor, could quote unquote light up any room. In the years following the Parkland incident, Mateo's dreams of attending college and working in his preferred career field of computer science began to fade. On multiple occasions, he was hospitalized for unaliving ideation in one mental health episode in 2021. He was Baker acted and deemed temporarily unable to purchase a years later, with the help of a private psychiatrist and a Henderson clinic, Mateo began making the process progress in healing. He soon worked at Office Depot and earned a promotion and an IT certificate. His mental health journey echoes that of many Black boys around America, masking emotions and not wanting to be seen as a quote-unquote burden by the family. Treatment and therapy to medication may seem like a difficult path thanks to limited resources, social stigmas, and more. However, just as Mateo was progressing and gaining more independence according to his family, he soon learned his risk protective order had lapsed. Mateo then purchased from the shop within the area, and within a week, he turned it on himself. Excuse me. In a statement shared by the GoFundMe page, Donovan's family wrote, Donnie's passing is a heartbreaking reminder of mental health crisis plaguing our youth and the lasting trauma of on our community. As we grieve his loss, we are breaking the code of silence in his memory. Though Donnie's life was brief, his impact will be everlasting. His family is asking for funds to assist with Mateo's celebration of life and endow a fund at the Henderson Clinic that will provide quote-unquote healthcare, housing, and hope for people of all ages with behavioral health conditions throughout the state of Florida. If you or know someone who's dealing with mental health challenges, emotional distress, substance abuse problems, or just needs to talk, call or text 988 or chat with the 988lifeline.org 24/7 line. So there that is. A side note, I want to say congratulations to Coco Gauff. She is the reported highest earning female athlete of 2025. She reportedly earned $33 million this year, bro. Shouts out to Coco Gauff, bro. Friend of the channel. Okay, next. Lamar Wilson. You guys know a tech YouTuber, over 2 million subscribers, as you see here, reportedly took his own life at the age of 48. This also happened within the span of 1 week. And then Ziggy, actually the span of days. What day was Ziggy? This was reported the 21st. It was reported before then. And then this was reported the 20th. So the 20th, the 21st, and this was also reported the 21st, right? The 21st. The end of December, early January, the holiday season, bro. They say it's one of the highest, if not the highest, for people with depressive episodes. And obviously, as you guys know, the unaliving rates are much higher for men than it is for women because, you know, and this is the thing, but just like, I guess, if you would have to take a guess, it's because men feel like they can't deal with their emotions and they can't express their emotions as openly as women can. And there you have it. Let me see. During holidays. Okay, let me see. Holiday blues, effective strategies. Is there anything that's somewhere how to combat it? What people say. Holiday blues. Holiday blues refers to short-term sadness all of these things. These are real things. Hold on. Seasonal affective disorder, SAD. It's important to note that while holiday blues and SAD can have overlapping symptoms and can occur at similar times, they are not the same disorder. Both can lead to temporary feelings of sadness, loneliness, and stress. The holiday blues typically refers to a short term of sadness, loneliness, or stress that some people may experience during the holiday season due to social pressures, unrealistic expectations, and the absence of loved ones. I've seen someone say this on social media too. Hold on, let me see if I can find that. Um, Friends miss. Let me see. It was like we ain't have friends miss. We didn't do. Yeah, here it is. Here's another example of it. Um, no friends giving, no friends miss. Man, I really don't mess with nobody. The thing was it was like I ain't have no friends miss. We didn't go bar hopping in pajamas. We didn't, and I was like, who is doing all that every single year? It was like you see someone go viral for like they look cute while they did something, a little activity during the holiday season, and someone else goes viral and then people keep doing it, and then it looks like everybody's doing it. That's not the reality. Everybody's not doing friends miss, friends giving, friends this, friends that. That's just not the reality of the situation, but it can look like that on social media. Comparison is the thief of joy. Cliche with social media, but it's just true. We have to constantly remind ourselves this because this just is what it is. And then I remember when matching PJs became a thing. Everybody isn't in a relationship during Christmas time. Like if you see everybody in matching PJs, or you see 3, 4 posts of people in matching PJs taking the little JC Penney like awkward photo shoots, it's not as many people as you think it is. It's just in your algorithm. If you stop and look at one, you're going to see another one and another one, and another. You're going to see more and more. If you see a bunch of posts of people complaining about being single, you're going to see a bunch of people complaining about being single. That's what your algorithm is going to feed you. Just is what it is, bro. Y'all have to just understand reality from what you see from perspective. Everything is perspective. Shouts out to Lareezy. The holiday blues typically refer to a short term of sadness, loneliness, or stress that some people may experience during the holiday season due to social pressures, unrealistic expectations, or the absence of loved ones. On the other hand, sad is a form of depression that is connected to the change of seasons, usually happening during the fall and winter months when there is less sunlight. Yeah, we talked about this when my homies was over in New Orleans. They were like, yeah, it gets darker earlier, so you kind of have to deal with the longer days. I was like, yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, symptoms of both conditions can include feeling depressed, sad, tired, or having trouble sleeping, and experiencing changes in appetite or mood due to the seasonal factors like reduced sunlight, altered diet or routine, or alcohol consumption at parties. Holiday blues are typically short-term feelings or sadness that emerge during specific holiday periods, while sad is a type of depression that occurs at the same time every year, usually in the fall or winter months. It's important to note that the holiday season induced depression and clinical depression are not the same condition. While clinical depression can occur at the same time, it is all first often appears in a person's late teens to mid 20s, and is defined by persistent feelings of intense sadness or despair that can significantly disrupt daily life. Other symptoms include feeling guilt, worthlessness, helplessness, or hopelessness, as well as trouble concentrating and remembering details. Depression can cause insomnia, early morning wakefulness, or sleeping too much, and often requires treatment with medication. If you're experiencing these feelings, please remember to take care of your mental health. It's crucial. Consider scheduling a mental health consultation with the Great Falls Clinic. Your well-being matters, and seeking support is essential in caring for yourself. And remember, Kai Cenat, if you're also going there, has come out recently within the past week or so during his birthday, which is at the tail half of December, about his mental health journey as well. So all of these things are happening right now. Make sure you check up on yourself. Make sure you check up on others, the quiet people and stuff like that. If they've gone too quiet, check in on them and make sure they're good. Make sure to let them know they're not alone. And all the world isn't crashing down just because they aren't in matching PJs, or they aren't around their loved ones that they lost recently. We're still here. We're all still here together. The people that are still here are still here. And look at the people who are still here as opposed to the people who aren't here anymore. So Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, to everyone, to all, Box Day, to my Canadians, and you guys have a great day. I'll be live again, maybe tonight. If not tonight, then tomorrow. All right, peace. Have a good morning, have a good afternoon, have a good evening, have a good night, have a good day. Nobody else told you today I care for you. My name is Rashad Milligan. This is the Road to 10K subs. Make sure you subscribe and follow along because I'm live on this channel each and every single day, just like I've been for the past 292 days. Until next time, please take care of yourselves.
Rashad, why you didn't hit me up?
What's up, Rashad? Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
Brother, I love you, brother.
Trump, lit.
What's up, Rashad?
Yeah.
What it do, boy?
Hey, Rashad.